Hi there, welcome! In this video I'll be taking you along with me while I design my new sticker sheets. This won't necessarily be a step-by-step guide, it's more so watch me make my sticker sheets while I explain how I do certain things here and there. In case this is the first video of mine that you're watching, hi, my name is Aiko, and on here I share my journey as a full-time illustrator and small business owner in the Netherlands. So yeah, I have already started making these sticker sheets. I'll be showing you what I've done so far. So I've started by making the backgrounds for the sheets. So far I've been doing them on watercolor paper using watercolor and colored pencils. The idea to make these sticker sheets came from my most popular designs within my shop, which are my bookmarks. And I've been trying to translate these designs into new products, as I know that a lot of people really like these designs but aren't necessarily readers or use bookmarks. So I have been wanting to try to give them another option to enjoy these designs as well. And I've been toying with the idea to turn them into sticker sheets for a while, but I didn't really know how to approach the overall design of the sheets up until this point. So I made some sketches within my sketchbook, and my idea is to have the little animals explain their favorite activities or what they enjoy doing in a day by making a design around the stickers. The little activities, what they enjoy doing, will be separate stickers that you can take off. And yeah, for now I'm mostly designing the background. So far I'm working on 3 of them, and this one was the first one that I came up with. I personally enjoy approaching my designs using mixed media, so I don't only use watercolors or only use colored pencils. I really enjoy mixing them and then even add a digital editing layer on top of it if I were to make any mistakes or maybe want to make the colors a lot brighter. So yeah, I'll be drawing the backgrounds today. Let's start by finishing these backgrounds and perhaps also already making the separate little stickers. Alright, so I have now done the first layer of watercolor paint. Now I will be going over it with colored pencil to add some further details, and afterwards I will be scanning it in and removing mistakes like this. I smudged something on the paper right here, but that's fine. That's what digital editing is for. So yeah, first stage done, now onto colored pencils. Alright, hi, it's the next day. I finished the colored pencil stage yesterday evening. I'm also still working on the separate little stickers, but the backgrounds are finished. Some of them I left the eyes empty, or some of the details I left unfinished. That's mostly because I know I'll be editing those in digitally. And I'm on a little bit of a time crunch. I have to get these, or I want to get these done before next week so I can order a bunch of them, because the sticker manufacturer that I use is having a huge sale till like next week. So I want to make use of that and save money for my business. This is done. Let's get to scanning. The scanner that I use is a Canon Scan LIDE 400 A4 flatbed scanner. I chose this one as this was one of the cheapest options that I could find that went up to 4800 dpi. For today I'm going to use 600 dpi as I don't want my files to get ridiculously large. I also drew everything about the same size that I want the end result to look like, and 600 dpi will do the job perfectly fine in this case. First, it'll do an automatic overview scan, after which I can select the area I want scanned and then press scan. Once this is done, I upload the scans to Photoshop. Here I'm going to clean it up and prepare the file to transfer it to Procreate on my iPad. During this cleanup, I used spot healing and clone stamp tools to erase any mistakes or fill up spaces that I left empty. I then remove the white space within the speech bubble, as I want this part to be transparent in the final sticker sheet. To remove the background, I use the magic wand tool. Click on white or the part that you want removed and press backspace. The checkered pattern that shows up means that the white is gone and it is now transparent. To make sure I got everything, I add another layer behind the one with the transparency, and I fill this layer with dark color. As you can see, it missed some small bits here and there that I'll now clean up using the eraser tool. I also make a mask for the background. I duplicate the layer once again and now lock it by clicking on this icon for the transparent pixels tool. I then fill it up with a solid color. The eventual mask will be white. However, to properly convert the mask into our Illustrator file, I'll be making it a dark color. And then I just export this image as a PNG. Now we're done in Photoshop for the background and we'll be opening the files into Illustrator. In this case, I used a file I had already set up from making my previous sticker sheets. The only thing already included was the size, the layers with the accurate names, and the color swatch of 100% magenta named die cut. Anyway, the mask. To make sure the mask doesn't become pixelated and to keep the file size small, we are going to convert this mask PNG to an object. By clicking on the image, then going to Image Trace and clicking Default, it will turn each color in the image into a separate object grouped together. Delete the white part in the middle, as we won't be needing that. Click on the dark object to select it, and we're now going to change the color to white to turn it into a proper mask. This makes it so that when the stickers are printed on transparent paper, the parts with white, the mask underneath, will still be full color and not transparent themselves. This way you can make transparent borders around your stickers. I've placed the mask behind the background design in its separate layer and basically won't be touching it again. Now onto the separate stickers. These already have a transparent background. I removed the background in Procreate on my iPad just by erasing the white around it. All I have to do now is save them as PNGs and repeat the mask making process. Once I've done this for all the stickers, I will be uploading both PNGs for each design into Illustrator. I turn the masks into objects, like I just showed you, and for now I group them with the images on top. I know I'll be moving the stickers around, and until I've found their perfect spot, I want the masks to move along with the designs. To make the cut lines, I select the mask and go to Offset Path. I put in 2mm offset. This is the exact minimum amount of space needed between the cut line and the design. I set the color on the cut line to the die cut color swatch. And after this, I offset it again. But this time I have the previously made cut line selected. This line will act as a space needed between each sticker to avoid cutting mistakes. It's just an extra safety margin. This won't be a cut line, so I'll be giving it a different color. I colored this line blue, and it's important it won't cross past any of the magenta cut lines when moving the stickers around. The blues themselves can overlap just fine, they can just not cross the magenta ones. And yeah, that's basically the bulk that you have to do. Now I will be moving the images around to try and fit as many designs as possible. For some sheets I still had to make a few more drawings. Again, this is the same process as I did with the background. Draw with the watercolor on paper, add some pencil for extra detail, scan it, clean it in Photoshop and transfer it to Procreate if needed for some more heavy adjustments. Hi, I will now be transferring the files from my computer onto my iPad for the digital edits. Let's go! I'll show the speed paint of my Procreate files on screen. The whole day might look a little silly, as during this process I spent a lot of time transferring files back and forth, and the drawing time itself isn't all that much. As this video is probably long enough already, I won't be going into detail how I edit my illustrations in Procreate. What I did was mostly remove the backgrounds using the eraser tool, adding some more saturation here and there using different layer modes and extra colors. If needed, I removed some mistakes or added some extra little details here and there using one of the preset pencil tools. It's similar to what I do in Photoshop, but I suspect some of you might be really interested in how I do this. So I will be making a separate video on my Procreate process in the future. If that's out, I'll link it in the top corner and the description. The majority of the sticker sheet is now done. I'll be color correcting some of the stickers, adding bleed around the outer edges of the sheet. This way, if the sticker paper isn't fully aligned during the cutting process, there won't be a white corner around the sheet, but it'll still look like the proper design. For some last final cleanup, I'll be unlocking the object groups and placing them in their correct layers. Hi there! It's been quite a few days, but the sticker sheets are now done. The files are set up. Let me quickly show you. So I added a bleed around the outer border. I placed the cut lines and the designs and the safety margins in the right layers. I embedded the images and all the designs are practically done. So I will now be ordering them, and let me quickly show you how I do that as well. So I use Sticker App as my manufacturer. Not sponsored by them, by the way. I just personally really enjoy their quality. And yeah, instead of choosing the sticker sheet option, I tend to use the die cut sticker option for my sticker sheets. I got a tip from one of their employees quite a while ago that I could also just use this option. Not sure what it does differently, but yeah, ever since that tip I've been doing it this way. I choose contour. I choose the transparent option because I want the backgrounds behind my stickers to be transparent. That's why I made the masks. And I choose a matte finish. The format, let's quickly see right here, 10.2 by 14.8. I just upload the Illustrator file. You can also upload PDF or like JPEG or PNG to my knowledge. I personally don't enjoy using their website builder where you can also like format the sticker sheets and implement cut lines and such. I prefer doing it by myself to minimize things going wrong. What is important, however, if you do use like Illustrator, for example, and make your own cut lines, you can add little notes. And in here I tend to ask for a proof and also point out that it's supposed to be a sticker sheet. This means that before the stickers will go into print, they will send me an email showing me a digital proof. So I have another moment to see if something might be placed wrong, etc. That way I can be sure that in the file everything is correct, that if I receive the sticker sheet and maybe there's smudge marks on it or something has gone wrong with the mask, that at least on my end I have shown them that I've seen the proofs and know what the final product should be looking like. If, like for example, a mask would be wrong and that would be a fault on my end, then they would be able to tell me that it wasn't their fault because I gave the okay on the proof, if that makes sense. Yeah, as you can see in the preview here, the like background design around it isn't visible. Doesn't mean it isn't visible in the file itself, but that's why digital proof is nice. So I at least know a person has looked at it and that everything will be set up correctly. That's also why it's important to name your layers correctly, so that if the employees of Sticker App look within my file, they'll basically be able to tell where everything is and what everything is. And then we basically order it. I'm not gonna show you how I do that. Probably don't know how that works. Yeah, that's about all for this process. I'll be waiting for them to send me the digital proof. If something goes wrong, I'll email them about it, or I will approve of the proof and it'll go into production and I'll be receiving these stickers in a few days. So yeah, let's wait till I receive the stickers so I can show you the final results. It's been a few days and the order has finally arrived. So let's open them and see how they turned out. I want to be honest, I am a little bit nervous. In the past, when I ordered from them, when they did a big sale, there have been a few times where the stickers that I ordered had like little faults on them. For example, there was ink stuck on the printer nib that made it so that on all the sticker sheets that I had ordered once, there were like ink smudges, which was very unfortunate. Thankfully, they did replace all of them without any cost, but it would be annoying if that would have happened with this large order, so let's hope for the best. Okay. let's open up the first one. Oh my god, it already looks so exciting. Looks good so far. Oh my god, it's so cute. Here's the first one. I also really like the size of how big these stickers turned out. Like, they're still big enough, but you can also use them within your Hobonichi or your planner, for example. All of them look so crisp. And they look so cute together, like this as well. Oh my god. The one I designed first. The little bear. So basically what I'm going to have to be doing now is count the inventory and check to see if there are any B grades. A few B grades are normal, especially with an order as large as 300 or up. But of course, if there is a large number of B grades, I can always contact the manufacturer and ask if they either will refund me or reprint the B grades for me again. So far, their customer service has been amazing, so it should be fine. And I'm also just so excited by how they look. Like the speech bubble idea came across so well, and it just looks so cute. So probably by the time that you'll be watching this, these will be up on my shop. The link for that will be somewhere on screen and in the description. If you're as excited about them as I am, go check them out. This was the end of my tutorial. Come along with me while I make my sticker sheets. I have more videos like this on my channel. One where I show you how I opened my shop. If you're curious about that one, that will be up on screen right here. Or if you're interested in my first Artist Alley experience and how I set up for that, that video will be up on here. That'll be all. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye!